What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 69 of Smack Talk here at smarkoutmoment.com. I'm your host, as always, Tony Mango. With me tonight is just Mike Burhan. We might have Mike Payton pop up later, have a two Mike kind of a show, but we don't know for sure. He's
Mike,
running.
there's a couple. Mike and Mike, they share each other. Wait, this is gay porn.
What we have for you this week is the start of the Road to WrestleMania coverage, where every one of our specialty posts will be WrestleMania related. And of course, we have the hot tags and the Ask Him. And before we get started with all that, I want to throw a little thing out there that I am now on Tout. You can follow it at Smark Out Moment and at Tony Mango. I doubt I'm really going to be posting much on there, but I might, at the very least, use it at WrestleMania. Maybe do a couple of touts in the middle of the crowd and kind of let you guys know because I won't be doing the live coverage like I normally do. So instead of doing the chat on the side of the website, maybe I'll just put some touts out there and, you know, at the very least, that's what it is. And if you want to follow me on that, go ahead and follow me, the same as you follow all the other wrestlers and all that, except for I am not going to be plugging it. It's not going to be on the screen. None of that kind of crap. This is the only thing you're ever going to really hear from me about tout. So,
I have an account.
right, exactly.
Job done.
Those two accounts, end of story for the most part.
Now
Uh,
I need to have a long shower.
because I sold my soul to Vince McMahon by signing up for tout.
Yeah.
That'll bring us into the Ask Him. So, who got the Ask Him right last week?
Well, the Ask Him has been brought to you today by the hardest working man in podcast history.
Tony
Because
Mango.
this is my fourth podcast that I've done this week. For most of you that are keeping score, I was on the Fanboys Anonymous podcast this week with Tony Mango, keeping kayfabe with Mike Payton, and also hosted I Got Gameplay yesterday and Smack Talk tonight with Tony again. So
And
it's
I
quite
almost get
a
enough credit because I popped up midway through. I got gameplay when your connection got screwed up, and I kept everybody from going crazy, and then left as soon as you got there. So,
yeah. He enabled a conversation with everyone about African butt sex. Don't know how that happened, but that's what the conversation was about.
neither do I. I walked into
I've
the
just turned
lion's
that
den,
up.
and whatever happened happened.
Yeah, and people thought I was dead, which was nice. Anyway, straight to the ask him. So it came in two questions. We know how the ask him works. So I asked the first question, in which the hosts or host today will answer. If he gets it right or wrong, I will actually provide the answer to that first component. Then we go to the second part of the ask him, which you guys will answer. So the question, which was last week, was who was the manager that switched from one team to the next? And no, it wasn't Sonny. He went with one team, which was Demolition, and I gave you guys an extra credit sort of score if you named each member of each team, which was Axe and Smash. That was Smash and Crush, believe it or not. And the other two that he sort of switched sides with were the Powers of Pain, which were Warlord and the Barbarian. Now, let's see who got it right. Awesome Piano Man, he asked a couple of questions and it wasn't his prime focus. So I'm not going to berate you, Awesome Piano Man, because you're awesome.
And the Piano
Uh,
Man. Sing
so
us a
we
song, Awesome Piano Man.
exactly awesome Piano Man, sing us a song tonight. Right, so we
It's going
had
to be taken down for copyright infringement on YouTube now.
exactly Gorman's 2002 for Demolition and the Powers of Pain, but he didn't name each individual, which was fine though. Carl Armstrong for Demolition and Powers of Pain. These are the new guys. Thank you guys, and great to see you guys on the Smark Out Moment podcast. Designer Metal 1 with Demolition, Axe, Smash and Crush, and Powers of Pain, Warlord and Barbarian. He's the first one to actually get it right properly. Thomas Sander with both teams. Uh, not bad, but not the first this week either. Thomas Pierce, Demolition Powers of Pain, and also Curry, who got the individual names correct, but didn't get the name of the Powers of Pain, which was the Wall of the Barbarians team. But still, Curry, you do deserve a mention. Now, let's get on to the Ask Him for this week, which, to stay in tone of the whole WrestleMania theme, we are going to basically do an Ask Him about Mania. Now, there is a certain individual who's being inducted into the Hall of Fame this year at WrestleMania, but this individual has three different identities. So, Tony, I need you. Actually, is it three? No, including his main identities, four, believe it or not. So, Tony, I need to ask you who that individual is. He is a former WWE champion, and what were his identities? So, we're spanning from WWE, WCW. You were lucky because we don't have to talk about his ECW stint because it's the same identity as in WCW and WWE.
Thankfully,
Who was he?
because that's Mick Foley, Cactus Jack, Dude Love, and Mankind.
Correct. And a little known fact
Would
for
that
you
be
guys.
great if it was Bob Backlund?
Exactly. A little known fact for you guys out there is that Vince McMahon actually wanted Foley to transition from his characters into Dude Love, becoming something of a semblance of the next HBK. Didn't quite work out that way. I think it's a lot to do with the fact that Foley, as an individual, was never, that type of character. But if you need to know more information about this, we can go into further detail, well, at some point.
Consult your local library.
There you go. Or you consult your local wrestling enthusiast or ask me as part of the mailbag. Now, the second component, which is down to you guys, is he partnered with an individual at a WrestleMania against a very well known team. The team are, we'll call them rather delinquents. They were individuals who worked as singles wrestlers and couldn't make it as singles wrestlers and became a tag team. So I want part A to know who these individuals are. So what were their names at the time? So you can't just basically say, oh, it's this person or this person. You have to let us know exactly what the names of these individuals at the time were before they started teaming together, and the name of the teams and the name of the individual that he tagged with. So who Foley tagged with at that Mania, and the individual's gimmick name at the Mania.
And you have to tell us what Mania, and you have to say who was sitting in seat 113.
Well, I'm not going that. I could go that bad, but I'm not going that bad. So it's quite an exciting one as well because this hands down was one of my favorite manias. So hopefully whoever gets it right is gonna get a nice little thumbs up from me on that. And guys, keep answering these Ask Hims. I love the fact that so many people are getting involved in it. It's something that I've started as part of the Smart Talk brand, and it just keeps going and getting from strength to strength. No one can duplicate it, which is great because that means Tony always needs me.
Well, let us know what your guesses are for this week, and of course, next week we will tell you who got it right, who got it wrong, who got it half right, who got it a fourth of the way right, all those other kind of combinations.
And
And
the funniest shit that someone's actually said in the comment section because there's always one person who says something really funny.
that's going to bring us into part two with the hot tags, and then we'll roll on to part three with fantasy booking WrestleMania 29.